What's up, guys? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now we're back with the Los Angeles Chargers franchise here on Madden 18. So, we just finished out the regular season. We beat the Broncos 30-15, making us 12-4. And they're saying something about Mason Conway. He won Offensive Player of the Year for Week 16. He didn't even play that well that week. But we're going to send him to the wild card. We're going to see the awards and stats. I'm just going to fly by all the XP so we can get to the stats, because I don't want to see how much XP players have, and I don't want to get any hint about any of the awards, because I want to be surprised. Okay, I didn't see anything. Okay. So Mason Conway, the rookie quarterback, 4,551 yards, 33 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 58% completion, 114.4 ratings. He was phenomenal. As a rookie, he was phenomenal. He's definitely going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Definitely a Pro Bowl. I doubt he's going to win MVP, but there's certainly a shot. There's also certainly a shot at Offensive Player of the Year, as well as Best Quarterback. But he missed too much time. He had 15 starts. He also was out for most of 2 other games. He missed the start against the Broncos the first time because he was hurt. And then he got hurt very early on against Miami and Green Bay, so he barely played those games. So this is pretty much in 13 games. That's incredible. Running the ball, Melvin Gordon had more yards than Kamara, even though Melvin Gordon started in 6 games. Melvin Gordon is not back yet, which sucks, but when he played, Melvin Gordon was phenomenal. He was hurt for a good chunk of the year. That's not all his fault. He tore his shoulder and then broke his collarbone, a.k.a. this team's 2 favorite injuries, because we had 3 players tear their shoulders and then 2 broken collarbones. Alvin Kamara, who the Chargers traded for in Week 3, came in. He started 10 games with Melvin Gordon being out for a while instead of sticking with Orleans Darkwa. I need to change Orleans Darkwa's number because I'm pretty sure LaDainian Tomlinson was 21. I can't really have him wearing number 21. Of course, LaDainian Tomlinson is the coach, though. So, but Kamara, he plays solid, and it seems like he will start in the wildcard round because I don't think Melvin Gordon is fully healthy. If Melvin Gordon's cleared, he's playing. Kamara, he's been solid. Wide receivers, Mike Williams was great. I really hope he won Best Wide Receiver. That's one of the awards I have no clue. Offensive Rookie of the Year is clearly Conway. I'm not worried. But I'm worried about Best Wide Receiver, Defensive Player of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. We'll get to those 2 later. But I made sure Mike Williams had a great Week 17. 6 or 7 catches, almost 200 yards. Ever since Rashad Pickney got hurt, Mike Williams was phenomenal. Even when Pickney came back, Mike Williams was still playing out of his mind. He's improved every single season, and he's been great. Rashad Pickney, the rookie, the 5th overall pick from Clemson, started in 12 games. He was a big play machine. He was great. 1,100 yards almost and 8 touchdowns, and he only started 12 games because he broke his collarbone and he was out for a good 4 weeks. Keenan Allen was solid. 3 touchdowns is not a lot. He was better than last year. Not as good as the first season, but he was better than last year. Hunter Henry was, decent. Blocking, Mason Conway got sacked 77 times. I don't feel like it was 77. I feel like it was less. Cam Robinson was awful. Forrest Lamp, he spent most of the year at right tackle. He was solid. Grayson Worthington was decent when he moved to right tackle. He played left guard most of the year. So it was kind of like an awkward switch, like just switching these 2 mid-game. It was against the Raiders. It was Conway's first game back from his shoulder tear. And after Khalil Mack had 3 sacks on Forrest Lamp, we literally switched their positions mid-game. And then the rookie center, Gordon Sturgeon, allowed 3 sacks. Miles Ellerbe did not allow any sacks. He allowed a lot last year at tackle. He moved back to his natural position, and he didn't allow any sacks. So, defense. I'm worried about actually 3 awards. Defensive Player of the Year with Leonard Worrell. He definitely cooled down the second half of the year, but he was still great. 126 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 2 interceptions. He's been the leader for Defensive Player of the Year every week, except for last week. He was 3rd behind Trey Flowers and Chris Jones. Trey Flowers, all he had was 12 sacks. Chris Jones was doing really well, but I don't know why Trey Flowers was that high. Bernard Clark, he is for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I doubt he's going to win it because Thomas Lindsay, the defensive end on the Raiders, has probably 16 or 17 sacks. He's been great, but Clark, 125 tackles, 8 sacks and interception. There's certainly a chance he could win it. Marcus Williams, 104 tackles, 4 interceptions. He might have made a Pro Bowl. Marcus Williams was phenomenal all over the place. He made a lot of big plays. Trey Boston was solid, 80 tackles, 2 interceptions. Desmond King was pretty good. Rashard Street, he definitely improved from his rookie year to his second year. Joey Bosa, he did not play as well as he did the first 2 years of the series. I mean, he broke the sack record both years. So, obviously, good chance he's not going to do as well. He had 30 sacks last year, which is incredible. But he still had 16 sacks. Still was really well. Wasn't necessarily as dominant. He had like 7 fumble forces last year. Tre'Davious White. He's the one for best defensive back. 6 interceptions, 67 tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, 3 fumble forces in his first full season with the Chargers. He was phenomenal. I was really worried he was not going to win it, but he got a late interception late in last week's game, so hopefully that'll be enough to propel him. Solomon Thomas played well. Jocko Stanley played pretty good. Melvin Ingram, it seems like he might be starting to decline. Jatavis Brown was alright. And that's really all the starters. Kicking, Brody Body stats are not there. I don't know why. But when he did kick, Brody Body was not great. He wasn't awful, but he wasn't great. He missed a lot of long kicks, which I guess makes sense. His kick power is 88. I want to get that up. He has good kick accuracy, though. He only missed like 3 or 4 extra points, which is solid. Punting, Drew Kaiser-Valazer had another great year. Don't know if he'll make the Pro Bowl. We did re-sign him. He already has quick development for making the Pro Bowl year 1. Don't know if that'll give him superstar. Jakeem Grant was solid. No touchdowns. Punt returning, Jakeem Grant, Tre'Davious White, they were alright. I moved Tre'Davious White to punt returner late in the season because kicking punt returners, when they make the Pro Bowl, they get a lot of XP. And I'd rather Tre'Davious White get it than, than Jakeem Grant, because Tre'Davious White is a key part of his team. So your MVP goes to Tom Brady. Not too big of a surprise. Mason Conway in a number 4 for a rookie. That is phenomenal. Coach of the Year goes to Griffin Murphy of the 14-2 Patriots. Don't know why LaDainian Tomlinson didn't get it, because the Chargers went from 4 wins to 7 wins to 12 wins in this series. That makes no sense. The Lions lost their last 3 games. Typical fashion. Your AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Tom Brady, Mason Conway at number 2. That's what it's been like this whole season. I'm not surprised. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I really want this to be Leonard Worrell. This is probably, out of all the awards I'm like really wanting, this is the one I want the most. And Chris Jones gets it. That's great. Leonard Worrell at number 3. That sucks. Offensive Rookie of the Year, unsurprisingly, Mason Conway. Joey Foote at number 2. Rashad Pickney, number 3. It's been like that this whole time. I'm not surprised. Best quarterback, or no, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Probably Thomas Lindsay. Bernard Clark at number 2. I figured Jocko Stanley, number 10. Best quarterback, Tom Brady. Mason Conway at number 2. Best running back, I'm not concerned about. Kamara at 6. Best wide receiver, I think it's going to be Big Mike. And it is Big Mike. Mike Williams, best wide receiver. There we go. It was down to him and Brandon Cooks. So it was awfully close. Rashad Pickney, number 7. Best offensive lineman. Maybe we'll get one. No, but the whole Patriots. They had 6 players. One of these guys didn't even start. Did Daquan Swanson not even start and he still made the top? That's ridiculous. Last year, Madden 17 for my Brown series, I had offensive linemen who didn't even start making it to the Pro Bowl. It's ridiculous. Best defensive lineman, Chris Jones. Joey Bosa at number 7. Best linebacker, I don't know why it's not Leonard Worrell. That makes no sense. And best defensive back is Tre'Davious White. Let's go. I don't know if that'll give him superstar development or if it'll give Mike Williams superstar development. For best wide receiver, Marcus Williams at 5. He might have made a Pro Bowl. He definitely deserved it. Mason Conway, he already has superstar development, so I have not seen anyone's XP. I got a glimpse of Mike Williams. I saw it was a big number, but other than that, I don't know anyone's. Okay. So Mason Conway has 20,000 XP. I was expecting a little more. He made the Pro Bowl, and he got Rookie of the Year. I guess that's fine. Mike Williams, 39K XP for a Pro Bowl and a best wide receiver of the year. No superstar development. I think I'm going to give him superstar development. Not a lot of new XP on the offensive line. On the defensive side of the ball, Leonard Worrell with only 9,000. That's a bit underwhelming. Made for Pro Bowl, unsurprisingly. Marcus Williams, 34,000. That's a Pro Bowl. No quick development. Tre'Davious White is 38K, probably from a Pro Bowl and best cornerback. And he still has quick development, so no one's development went higher. That's kind of, did Kaiser make the Pro Bowl? Doesn't look like it. So, I don't think Bosa made it, I'm guessing. Oh, he did make it. Nice. He didn't get a lot of XP, but he's 99 overall. Don't think any of these guys made it. Rashad Street, honestly, sort of deserved it. So, the Pro Bowlers are Mason Conway. Probably not Rashad Pickney. He deserved it, though. So, Mason Conway, Mike Williams, probably not anyone on the offensive line. Joey Bosa, Leonard Worrell, Marcus Williams, and Tre'Davious White. So, here's a look at the defense right now. Here's a look at the offense right now. So, now I'm going to give everyone their... I don't know if you guys remembered my bad news video, probably from a couple days ago. I recorded all of that, or the earlier part of this video before that. When I was XPing Joey Bosa, I thought it all deleted. But, it didn't, luckily. So, now it's all fixed. And here's a look at the new team. Mason Conway is now an 88 overall. He's improved 8 ratings so far his rookie year, which is great. The only super exciting thing on the offense or dramatic change is Mike Williams. He's now a 90 overall, and he now has superstar development. So, he's going to be beasting and feasting. He looks sick with that development trait. On the defense, Tre'Davious White, 89 now with superstar development, so his development changed. And the last player to have his development change was Marcus Williams. He now has quick development, and I'm saving that 15,000 XP. I want to get him superstar development as well. I don't even need to really XP him since he's played so well as there's kind of with his foot. Enough talking about our Los Angeles Chargers. Let's look at the rest of the NFL, starting with the AFC North. As the Pittsburgh Steelers win that division, the Baltimore Ravens, led by, of course, Phillip Rivers, also make the playoffs as a wild card, so 2 teams from the division, making it Browns just short. The AFC South, the Tennessee Titans win the division, with the Texans and Jaguars coming up each a game short. Now on to the actually, the Chargers went, I think, 4-0 against all those teams. Or they may have lost the Jaguars, I'm not entirely sure. As in the AFC East, New England wins that with a 4-2 record. In the AFC West, of course, the Chargers win that division. The Chiefs at 10-6 also get a wild card. Broncos and Raiders at 8-8. The Chargers swept the Broncos, and then they won 1 against the Raiders and 1 against the Chiefs. Now in the NFC North, the Detroit Lions win the division. Don't get to say that too often. The Bears down there will be picking number 1 in the NFL draft. In the NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Carolina Panthers each make the playoffs. The Bucs win the division. The Falcons, same record as both of those teams, but they're out of it. And the Cowboys, I believe, get the number 1 seed in the NFC. And the Eagles also make the playoffs with a 10-6 record. Last but not least, in the NFC West, the Los Angeles Rams with a 10-6 record make it. Seahawks and Cardinals just short. Meanwhile, the Niners will be getting a very high draft pick. So, let's look at all the playoff games. I'm going to make my prediction. So, Ravens, Steelers. I'm going to say Phillip Rivers wins. And I'm picking the Ravens. Eagles, Bucks. I think I'm going to go with the... Eagles. Chiefs, Titans, I'll say Chiefs. And Panthers, Lions. I have to choose my team, don't I? I just have to choose my team. The Lions. I'm guessing in the game and in real life, the Lions have not won a playoff game since January 5th, 1992. In real life, that was 26 years ago as of Friday, and this is a couple years in the future, so I guess 28 years later. So look at that, we're going to be playing the Pittsburgh Steelers in the divisional round, and not only that, but Melvin Gordon will be coming back from injury, so Melvin Gordon will be fully healthy and able to start in the playoff game. So, Ravens and Phillip Rivers unable to beat the Steelers. Eagles beat Bucks, Titans annihilate the Chiefs, and the Lions destroy the Panthers. So I got 2 out of the 4 right. I got the NFC ones right with the Eagles and Lions winning, and the AFC ones wrong with the Chiefs, and Steelers ended up winning. So Titans, Patriots, New England, I'm going to pick the Cowboys, Chargers, and of course, the Lions.